For the past weeks and months, anytime I decide to open my YouTube channel, I always come across a video of one person or the other talking about how the UK has been giving them so much stress, how they are tired and they want to go back to whatever country they've come from. So as someone that has been living in the UK for a very long time, for years, and I decided, why not? Let me make a video to talk about some of the things you should do before you come into the UK or Scotland for the first time. So I believe these things will be able to help a lot of you out there if you're planning to come to Scotland or the UK in general. So if you want to know what are those things, make sure you watch this video to the very end. Hey beautiful Tovians, welcome back. It's your girl Tovia again, back again. If you're new to my YouTube channel, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you know I have a soft place in my heart for you. Thank you for joining us again today. If you are yet to subscribe, make sure that you subscribe, join this YouTube family, because on this YouTube I talk about everything about living in the UK, specifically Scotland, and I also talk about travel vlogs and a bit of some lifestyle videos. So if these are things you'll be interested in, make sure that you subscribe. Right, as you've already seen from the intro, today I'll be diving on a topic that I have seen a lot of people doing or talking about, because anytime I open my YouTube channel, I will always see a video of someone saying how they are tired of living in the UK, how they are not getting what they actually expected. Of course, I decided to talk about this issue today and also advise you guys on the things you will need to do before you move into the UK, because once you do this, it will be able to help you as soon as you arrive in the UK or Scotland. Just a little disclaimer, I'm not a professional. These are things that have actually helped me, and I've seen it has helped other people. So that's why I'm sharing this with you guys. So before you make any moves or do anything, make sure that you seek professional advice or think about it first. So the first thing you will need to do if you're planning to move into the UK or Scotland is to learn the language. We all know the language that is being spoken in the UK is actually English. However, the different countries in the UK, they all have different slangs and the way they will do their English. So if you're planning to come into the UK, help yourself and just learn English, okay? As someone who has lived in Italy previously, when I first moved to Italy, before I moved to the UK, trust me guys, it was very difficult because I never learned Italy before I moved to Italy. I never done any research about it. We just moved there because my parents were living there, so I just moved there as well. And yeah, everything looks so surprising to me. I had to work 2 times other people that may have learned the language. I have to work on myself more. I have to study more. I have to take extra lessons just to make sure I was able to understand the language of Italy, and then to be able to fluent like everyone and go to school like everyone peacefully. So that also applies to if you're coming to the UK. If you're coming from a non-English speaking country and you're coming to the UK, which is an English speaking country, do yourself a favor by learning the English language. So at least learn the basics. Just know the general to communicate with English language, because if you moved here, let's say a place like Scotland, if you move to Scotland, the English they speak here is actually different. The Scottish has their own English because they have their own slangs. I remember the first time I moved here, trust me, I said in college with the teacher, whenever they are talking, they are using their slangs like we, a girl, and all of that. I'm always like, what are they saying? Are they actually speaking English? I thought this was meant to be the UK where they speak English, and what are they saying? But along the line I started understanding what they were saying. So it's the same. If you want to go higher, if you want to make it even more better, you can learn the particular English or the slangs of the country that you're coming to. So for example, if you're moving to Scotland, you can learn the Scottish English. If you're moving to a place like Wales, you can learn the Welsh. I think that's how they pronounce it. You can learn that as well. So that just help you. Once you arrive, everything will just be going well for you. If someone talk to you, if you need to work, if you need to go to school, you're already ahead because you already know what you're saying. I know that we that come from Nigeria, we already speak English. However, if you moved here, you will still discover the accent of Scottish people or people even in England. The accent can be a bit difficult, but if you can help yourself to always watch videos before you move to England or Scotland or Wales or Ireland, whichever one you're going to, if you can at least learn their English, their dialect, their slangs and their accent first, it will help you a lot. So this is one of the ways you can actually help yourself ahead before you move into a country. It helps prepare you, your mind and everything. The second thing that you need to do or that you need to know if you're moving to the UK or Scotland, it is be ready to adapt to change. Especially if you're someone coming from Africa, you all know that comparing Africa and the Western world like UK or Scotland, the difference is a lot. We can talk about food, we can talk about weather, we can talk about environment, security, the people, everything. It's different. The lifestyle, of course, it is way different from what we are all used to. I've experienced Nigeria, I've experienced Italy and at the UK. Like, trust me, there are differences between the three countries. So if you're someone like that and you are moving to a new place, be ready to change your lifestyle, be ready to change some of the rules you've set up for yourself just to adapt to Scottish culture or the UK culture in general, because everywhere you're going to go, it's different. If someone was moving from the UK to Nigeria, they will need to adapt to a lot of things. It could be with the weather. It's very warm in Nigeria, in Africa, so they will need to get used to that warmness. The same way if you're coming here, it's very cold. I know one of the first things that scare people when they first move to the UK or Scotland is the weather. Trust me, it is different from what we are all used to. So if you decide to not adapt to the weather, you will discover you will be missing a lot. That can also cause you depression. So be ready to adapt to change. Be ready to adapt to this new culture that you've come to. Let me tell you guys, when I talk about adapting, I'm not saying you should pick all the negative sides or the bad sides. I'm not saying adapt to the cons or adapt to the negativity. No, I am saying the good side. Every country has their good side. So make sure that you pick all of those positive sides of the country that you're moving to, of the UK, of Scotland. Pick all of those things. Have it in your mind that the first time in a new country is not gonna be easy, because I see a lot of videos of people complaining, oh my god, I want to go home, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. That's because you've not learned to adapt to change. So I've worked in so many different companies since I moved to the UK. Because I've worked in different companies, immediately I change a company to another one, I immediately adapt to that new company rules and regulations, their working patterns and everything. I adapt immediately, guys, for my own good. Okay, if you don't want to adapt, it will affect you a lot. And just to shift this in, try not to always compare your other country where you've come from. For example, back in Nigeria, if you compare Nigeria currency with the UK currency, trust me, you will not purchase a lot of things in the UK. If you go to the African shop and you want to get things like plantain, and then they'll give you 5 pieces of plantain for nearly £6, and trust me, 5 pieces of plantain is barely even 5,000 naira in Nigeria. So £6 here is over 10,000 naira in Nigeria. So, and then you'll be like, what? That is a lot. I am not gonna buy. I'm not gonna eat plantain anymore. You would say that. So stop comparing where you came from. Be like, oh, I was doing this where I was, now I can't do this here, now in the UK. Be ready. Be ready to adapt to change. That's the main thing, guys. If you are able to adapt to the new culture that you are, if you're able to just flow in that culture, you will see yourself living better in the country. Again, I'm not saying forget where you came from, forget your country, forget your rules and regulation. Never. Okay, there's a popular place in the Bible, when you are in Rome, act like a Roma. Exactly, that already answers it. So when you're in the UK, act like a British person. When you're in Scotland, act like a Scottish person. Exactly. So adapt. That's a definition of adapting to change. So stop comparing where you came from, and then stop saying this is not what I was expecting. Always do your research before you come to a place. Okay, the third thing that you need to do if you're moving to the UK or Scotland is try to get some winter jackets or warm jackets when you're coming, or immediately you arrive, make sure that you go get one immediately. One of the biggest change once you move to the UK or Scotland is the weather. I can remember very well, guys, the first time I came to Scotland, it was during the winter. Trust me, immediately I got off the flight, the first thing I observed was the wind. Like, I was not with a very thick jacket. No, the wind, I was like, what is going on here? Like, the wind and the cold, they were both something else I've never even thought of. Italy is cold, guys, but not as cold as Scotland. No way, it's not as cold as Scotland. I think Scotland weather has actually changed. Maybe it's just me, but I've actually noticed the weather has changed compared to before. It rains every day, like it changes every time. It's still the same, but I think it's become better. Maybe I'm just getting used to it. Maybe that's what it is. Anyways, guys, so again, make sure that you come with a jacket. If you can't get a winter jacket where you're coming from, the instant you arrive, make sure that you get yourself a winter jacket. And that also applies to accommodation. Make sure you get a comfortable place you'll be living once you arrive, because as soon as you arrive and there's no comfortable place, see, you regret coming home. The fourth thing you need to know or you need to do before you move to Scotland or the UK is you need to have enough funds with you. So let's say before you come to the UK or Scotland, you budgeted like £1,000 that you're gonna spend in your first month. If you're able to, please double that money, or if it's not double, at least add to that money, because once you arrive, it's not always easy. If you're coming to a country the first time, just know that you will spend a lot. You will need to adapt a lot of things. So the UK currency, which is pounds, it's very, very expensive. Going back to me that has experienced naira, which is Nigerian currency, and then euros, which is Europe, Italy. So I can tell you that pounds is still very much higher than these two currencies. So if you're coming from somewhere like Nigeria, okay, Africa, and then you're comparing that currency with what you've got now, like, you need to double the amount that you bring in. So whatever amount you're coming in, double it for your own good, because as soon as you arrive, you're gonna end up discovering that you will be needing more money than you plan to have. Okay, anything can happen, different things can happen. Maybe the accommodation you plan to use, everything changes. So always take more than your budget. If you budget 1k, double it to £1.5 or £2,000 if you're able to. The more the better, guys. If you have enough, you will even keep it for other things. So the more the better. So make sure you have enough funds ready for you to use or spend once you arrive in the UK and Scotland. Let me say the foods are expensive when you decide to convert the currencies. Once you start living here, you are that. But for the meantime, it's going to look very, very different and expensive for yourself. Okay, the fifth thing that you need to do first before you move into the UK or Scotland is, please, for your own good, learn a skill. Yes, so I don't know if anyone ever tell you guys this. That is something I learned over the years I have lived. Okay, I'm still young, but with the years I have lived, I have learned that if you have a skill or skills, you can never go broke in life. You can never. That's just a fact. And of course, not just learning a skill. Remember, you must not be lazy. For someone who has skills, you must not be lazy along with your skills. Okay, I have seen people move into Scotland, and for the first 3 to 5 months of their arrival, there was no job for them. There was no job, and this is where a skill comes in. So if you learn baking before you come, you can call people you know and be like, I'm actually baking this, so I can bake this for you. Maybe you will usually bake that thing for everyone for £20, then I will do it for £10. I'll do it for less than that, as long as it pays for what you're going to use to buy it, and then extra change on top for yourself. That's how to live, guys. Personally, me, Tovia, I have so many skills. As I YouTube, guys, I have so many handworks that I do. So I have had almost a year I didn't work. Like, I didn't work at all, but I was still able to keep myself because I have other skills that were helping me, that was giving me funds. So I have learned that learn as much skills as you can before you move into the UK, because if one is not working, you use another. You also learn a lot of skills will also help you. It will take away burden from you. So if you don't have a job, you can do any skill. There's cooking, there's makeup, there is hair. My favorite will be cooking and hair, but again, don't pick what I said. Pick your own. Know what you know how to do best. Okay, learn cleaning as well. Learn cleaning is a good skill. So I know we all do cleaning, okay, but people are different. Not everyone can do cleaning as a perfection. Also learn babysitting. I know babysitting is not for everyone. If it's not for you, please don't do it, because you are dealing with people, children, okay, or adults. So learn babysitting as well. You can do that to save little change, okay, to help you when you first arrive, and also to get you busy, because the UK is a place whereby it's not like Africa where you can easily just go out and you see friends and you're like, hi, do you want to go out? Nah, it's not like that. So you will get bored, but when you have something to do, you can never be bored. You will even be too busy. So take this, learn a skill or learn skills before you move. Easy work, have hand work before you move to Scotland or the UK in general. The system is have your CV ready to go. Like, it's not when you come to the UK that's when you're going to start preparing your CV. Sometimes, yeah, you don't want to delay yourself. Prepare your CV before you even arrive. Like, speak to people, check online, guys. YouTube is your best friend, okay? Like, everything you need is on YouTube. All the answers, they are on YouTube. How you can do a CV, it's on YouTube. Like, search it up. There are even people that are selling out CVs for free online. Some sell it for £3, some sell it even less, and there are people that can actually do a professional CV for you as well. So do the CV, arrange it, and make sure that you add all your skills, guys. I will use my sister as an example. When she first moved into the UK, yeah, she's never worked in the UK, but she has done a lot in Nigeria. I made a CV for her, and I involved all of her handworks, like everything she has ever done that I know will be relevant. And then we applied to lots of jobs. Guess what? She was barely a month in the country where she got a job. In her job, she met people that were saying, oh, they've been in the country for 3 months, for 2 months, for 5 months, no job. This is their first job. And she barely a month, and everything was ready for her. This will take me to the next part, which is number 7. Apply to jobs before you move into the country. And what does that mean? Once your visa is confirmed, your ticket is ready, you know, yes, at this particular day, I will be leaving my country to Scotland or to the UK. Good. Now start applying to jobs. Go to Indeed. There are so many job careers there. I have a video where I already talk about how you can find jobs in the UK. I will link that on top of any of those two. Go see it. So apply to jobs ahead. Trust me, I applied to jobs ahead before my sister even came in. Yes, I applied to a lot of jobs because I didn't know she was going to be here. Some jobs takes a lot of time to reply, and even if they reply you, it's going to be on your emails. So once they reply on your emails, you can let them know this is when I'll be available for an interview. Most of them do online interviews now. Take the interviews and do it. If you're not sure what to say, ask people that are already living here. Don't be shy. So apply to jobs before you even move into the country. Or if you don't want to do that, make sure your CV is ready. So at the instant you come into the country, don't say, let me take 10 days to calm myself. I've seen people like that. The first time they will move into the UK and you're like, oh my God, welcome. Guys, let's get you starting. Let's get you the job. And they'll be like, no, I want a month to rest. And you'll be like, okay. And after they've done their month to rest or 2 weeks to rest, guess what? They'll be the one calling you later. I can't find any job. I've been applying to job. I can't find any. Because you wasted your time. You wasted your time. Immediately you get into the country, apply to jobs. Because most of the jobs, they take forever to reply. They can take months. They can take weeks. They can take days to get back to you. So the instant you get that opportunity, yeah, apply to that jobs immediately. Don't wait. Don't waste time. Okay? And the next thing you need to do before you move into the UK is learn the art to enjoy your own company. Guys, trust me, this one will save you a lot from depression, from being tired of staying in the country. Because like I said, yeah, most of the videos I see whenever I come online, I see people complaining that they're tired, they are bored, they've never been this indoor, they used to be outdoor people, so on and so forth. Guys, one thing you must know, yeah, once you're coming to the UK, it's not like where you're coming from. It's not like Nigeria. And one thing again you must know is when you're not born or raised in a place, the perception is going to be different when you first arrive in that place. please. I'll use Nigeria for example again. If you are born in Nigeria, you grew up in Nigeria, your parents were in Nigeria, so you make friends in Nigeria, and you will start, everything will just be going smoothly well for you because that's where you grew up. It's different. But when you move to a new country, keep it to your mind that it's gonna be different. It's not gonna be the same way you came from in Nigeria, because you grew up in Nigeria, you made friends right from where you were growing up, you understood the environment, you understood the people there, you grew up there. So just like if a Scottish person should come to me right now, the way they will see their country is gonna be different the way I will see the country, because this person is Scottish. They were born here, they grew up here, they understood their culture, they love their culture, they love everything about their country. Even if they will still be past, they probably will want a change. It's normal, okay? So they grew up there. But if I should come here for the first time, a Scottish person will say, oh, I like the weather, or I am used to the weather. Me as a newbie, I'll be like, nah, I don't like your people's weather. Your weather is not given. You understand? But a Scottish person will say like, it's normal, like it's just normal, because that person has grew up here, they understood it. But you as a foreigner, or as a newbie, or as a new person in the country, it's gonna be different for you. So do not conclude and say, the UK is not for me, the UK is not doing me well. It's not gonna be the same, because you were not born, you were not raised, you didn't grow up in the UK. So it's not gonna be the same for yourself. This is where you need to learn how to enjoy your own company. If you're able to enjoy your company, it will save you a lot of stress. It will take away that mindset of depression, suicidal, or you're tired. It will take all of that away, because when you first move into a country, you don't have friends. Most of you probably don't know anyone because you came alone. You didn't have families or friends, or you didn't know people here. You just moved here yourself. You got everything through an agent, and then once you moved in, everything is gonna be like, I don't have friends. You're gonna feel people don't like you, don't have friends, it's difficult. That's because you are new, so it's not gonna be the same. Learn to enjoy your own company, learn to be alone and be happy and be satisfied. Like I said, once you first come here, you're not gonna have friends, you're not gonna know anybody. People are not even gonna give you the attention when you're looking for one, because they don't know you, they're not feeling you, you're not giving that personality they want. For example, if someone that has lived here for years is talking to someone that has lived here for years again, they will both rapport in a very nice way. If you as a newbie you speak, they might be like, okay, why are you seeing this situation this way? And they won't probably understand, because you've come from a different culture, so the way your culture might look like is not the same with their culture. So for that reason, it will be different. So please learn to enjoy your own company, learn to just be alone. And this is where learning a skill will help you a lot. With your skill, yeah, once you arrive here, go on YouTube and be searching how to advance. Let's say you learn a skill on how to do makeup. Some of the things you can search up online will be how to get makeup clients in the UK, how to get makeup clients in Scotland, how to get makeup clients, period. If you're watching this video, be taking notes, your burden will all be gone. That's a way to help yourself, okay? The next thing you need to do, or an habit you need to learn before you move to the UK, is learn to be grateful for every little help you will get. Do you know why? The UK is a place where everyone is busy a lot. Everybody is busy in the UK. So if anybody should give you their time, their energy, and help you with anything, please learn to say thank you, even for the little things. Because the country where I come from, Nigeria, I know people have the habit of being ungrateful sometimes. For example, somebody will call you and be like, please, can you assist me with some funds? I need to buy this, I need to buy that. You ask them, how much do you want? They might go, I need about 30,000 naira, let's say equivalent to 25 pounds. And the person will be like, okay, I will send you something. And at the end of the day, instead of sending you 30,000 naira, they will end up sending you like 10,000 naira. I know a lot of Nigerians to go, ordinary 10,000 naira out of 30,000 naira. The only thing they could send me was 10,000 naira. This is not even nice. That is being ungrateful. That person doesn't owe you anything. So for the little things they give you, even if it's 10,000, even if it's £5, be grateful. When you move to the UK, yeah, learn the habit of being grateful, because everyone is busy, everyone is trying to make a life for themselves. So if they should leave their job, leave their business, and spend it with you and assist you, learn the art of being grateful. There's a lot of bills to be paid, so people are always working. So if they decide to spend 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes of their time with you, please be grateful. Make it worthwhile. Okay, don't be the ungrateful type. Don't go about and be like, and they could have given me more. If you're grateful, yeah, you get more blessings for being grateful for the little things. More blessings will come your way. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, this should probably be my 10th tip. I'm not sure, okay, because I've lost count, and this one is very, very big. I try to save it for the last because it's always good to save the best for the last, in case of if you're not patient enough to wait to see the best tips for the last, you lose. Anyways, I already see what the tip is from what I just said, and the next thing you need to know is be patient. Yeah. So if you're moving to a new country, one thing you should learn is the art of being patient, and just keep it in the back of your mind that it is not going to be easy moving to a new country. No way. It's not gonna be roses. Some people can be easily favored. People are different. Okay, grace are different. Most people can move to a country today within a month or two. Life changes for them immediately. Everything just goes so well. Why some people can also move in 6 months, they are still struggling to find their way, and this is where patience comes in. So when you're relocating to a new country, to a new place, to a new environment, there's an art for you to be patient, and also just know it's not going to be easy because you need to adapt to a lot of things. You need to work on a lot of things: accommodation, food, health care, for your own comfort, for shelter. It's going to be difficult to get all these things all ready at once. So for that reason, learn the art to be patient. Like I said, always keep it in the back of your mind. It's not going to be easy at the beginning. I think that's where the problem comes in. This is where a lot of you are complaining, because you expect immediately you just moving, everything will just be roses immediately. It doesn't work that way. No way, it doesn't work that way. It takes time for everything to be roses, and this is where you need to be patient. So because once you're patient, a lot of things are gonna be working for you smoothly and perfectly well. Again, put it in the back of your mind, I'm moving to the UK, I'm moving to Scotland. It's not gonna be easy at the beginning, but by the grace of God, it will be easy. And this next tip I want to talk about, although it's also related to what I just said, is do not give up. Do not say things are not working well the way I wanted it to be. I am moving back to my country. I am leaving the UK. I am done. Life is not as I planned it. And then you're like in a hurry to leave. No, be patient again. Don't give up. Don't give up, darling. Nothing was gonna be easy. No one says it's gonna be so sweet at the beginning, but it will be better at the later end. Let me use myself as an example. What actually helped me, because I know that when I first moved into the UK, it was difficult as well, and I know that I didn't have issues with documents and all of that, and I moved here with my parents. However, what I actually did differently was I took my time and I sat down someday. I was like, wait, I am in the UK, a country where we speak English. I speak English, okay? I was like, how can I actually help myself? How can I be better for the society? And that was what I need to do, change my mentality, and everything changed for me. So the next thing I want to talk about is be prayerful. I think among everything I have said, my favorite will be this: be prayerful, guys. Prayers will change a lot for you. Prayers will make a lot of things good for you. If you are prayerful, trust me, a lot of things will turn to positivity in your life. Things will work smoothly more than you thought of if you are prayerful. If you acknowledge your God and you allow Him to take control, a lot of things will turn out more positive than you will ever expect. Okay, so just to give you guys my own advice, okay, I would say, firstly first, do not give up. It's very important. Do not give up. And then do yourself this favor, yeah? After you finish watching this video, take a moment for yourself and say, how can I be better in this country? What can I do to make myself more comfortable? I know most times we need money to do a lot of things. Once you already know that these are the things I want to do, then what you need to do next is look for a job. Okay, look for a job. So once you're getting funds from your job, then start doing those things that will make you happy and also give to the place as well in a positive way, of course, not negative. Okay, so these are the things you should do. Trust me, it will do a lot of positivities in your life. It will do a lot of good things in your life. This is how you actually start. Anyways guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I have many more things that I would like to talk about. However, let's stop here for today. So another day we'll do more for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please subscribe, like this video, share this video, leave a comment telling us what would you tell anyone that has come to Scotland for the first time or that is moving to the country for the first time. What would be your advice for them? Please leave it in the comment section. I hope to see you guys in my next video, and please leave a comment telling me if you have any video suggestion. I'll be happy to do that as well. Have a lovely evening. Bye.